Located by Missouri. She's our station master here tonight. And right now we're entering the Railroad Junction District, and we're passing on the left-hand side the Smith Creek Depot building. This was built in 1858 and became one of the original buildings when it came here to Greenfield Village. And this is what Depot is located on the Grand Trunk Railroad line that branches to Detroit and Fort Huron. And if you can see over there is some new construction on our left-hand side. It's going to become the vegetable building. That was originally opened up in 1861 in downtown Detroit as part of the Detroit Central Market. It closed in 1894 and was moved over to Belle Isle, where it became a horse stable. We obtained the building in 2003, and it's going to be opening up next April here at Greenfield Village. And we're approaching now the Detroit, Toledo, and Milwaukee roundhouse. This is the service and maintain our steam locomotives, as well as our rolling stock here at the village. And outside the building, you can see two of our old steam locomotives, the Edison and the Torch. Normally they're inside, but we're probably getting ready for tomorrow. Now this roundhouse is based on a roundhouse that was built in Marshall, Michigan in 1884. And that remained in operation until 1930, or the 1930s. And it was enclosed, and then they started to tear it down. And we were able to secure blueprints as well as some of the parts from the original roundhouse. And they incorporated it into the construction of our roundhouse. It opened up in 2000. And we're now approaching the working farm district. We have about 7 acres that we plow and plant every year. And this year we're harvesting some winter wheat a few weeks ago. And they tell me they're going to be planting some pumpkin in the not too distant future. And on the right side we're passing a orchard that features heirloom apple trees. Now on the right hand side up ahead you might be able to make out the Firestone farmhouse. That's where Harvey Firestone was born, and Harvey went on to create the Firestone Fire Rubber Company in the year 1900. Now he and Henry Ford were very good friends. In fact, many of Ford vehicles came off the assembly line with Firestone tires on them. Now the Firestone is a working farm. We do have some cows, horses, sheep, chickens, turkeys, and other creatures, farm creatures like that. And we're coming into the Firestone Station right now, but we're passing a cornfield on the left, and it features field pond that will be used to feed some of our livestock. Alright, when we come up to the station, please remain seated and let's wait for that whistle to sound. Again, that will tell us that the air brakes have been applied and the train will not be moving. Alright, we'll be exiting on the right-hand side, folks. So let's wait for the whistle to sound before standing up. And they're off right now because we will not be coming here anymore this evening. And now as we start to leave the Firestone Station, let's wave goodbye to Gordon and Hans, our station masters here today. And we're going to be getting a trip that's going to take us, say, 3/4 of the way around Greenfield Village. And it should take us maybe 20 minutes or so. And we will be making a few stops around Susquehanna, and then a final stop at New Street. And we're now entering one of our 7 historic districts here, and it's the Henry Ford Model T district. You can see this white building on our left-hand side, at least I hope you can. And that's the birthplace of Harvey Firestone. Harvey Firestone, Henry Ford. Henry Ford was born there, one of the upstairs bedrooms, on July 30th of 1863. This farm was originally located about 2 miles from where we are right now, the area of Ford Roads and Greenfield Roads. It was a 140-acre farm. Now, Henry did not enjoy farm work very much. In fact, he much rather tinker with a machine than he did with the farm. So, at the age of 16, he left the farm and began working in the machine shop so he could. And you may be able to see that on our main street for some buildings as we write letters seconds on the railroad home. There's also the Heinz home where they developed some of those 57 varieties. And the Ford Motor Company building. And right now we're entering the Compilation Work District. And there is a statue to the left of Thomas Edison. You may or may not be able to see it. But he is seated, and he's probably thinking about his next invention. And if he had an idea for one, he would develop it here at the Menlo Park Laboratory on their left, that gray building. And that's where he developed the Edison light bulb along with the phonograph and many other machines. In fact, during his lifetime, he accumulated 1,093 U.S. patents. Now, he had a crew of about 25 men working with him, and they needed somewhere to stay during their off hours. And that place to stay was the Sarah Jordan boarding house. Now that's going to be on our left. It's a mustard-colored building, and that is one of the first buildings or residences in the world to be wired with electric lights. And you can see the cars on parade here, doing their gaslight parade. It's kind of like a Greenfield Village version of the Woodward Dream Cruise. Alright, we're now approaching the porches and parlors district. This is one of the number of homes that some famous folks have lived in, such as Luther Burbank, Stephen Foster, Noah Webster, and William McDuffie. And up ahead, we're now passing the oh, that's cool. This is the Ackley covered area. It was originally built in 1832 and is located in southwest Pennsylvania. And we're now coming into the Susquehanna Station. Stopping there briefly. And if you can see it, you see the oldest building here in the village is the Asphalt Cottage. It's to our left at the top of the hill. It's a limestone building. It was built in 1620 in England. Henry Ford and his wife Clara loved the Asphalt Cottages, so they had an agent on the lookout for one that they could buy and move over here to Greenfield Village. And this is the one they bought. It's the Rose Cottage. All right, please remain seated until you hear the train whistle. And there it is. You may now. And we're now going to continue our trip around Greenfield Village, and more specifically into the Orchards and Flowers District. And on the left-hand side, you'll see a white building, hopefully, and that will be the Susquehanna Station building. That was built in the 1820s and was located in the Tidewater region of Maryland. It was a 700-acre plantation that grew wheat, corn, and tobacco. And on the left-hand side again is the reddish-colored building. It's the Clinton Family Hall. It was built in 1640 in South Sudbury, Massachusetts, and it's the oldest American-made building here in the village. And the Ferris windmill is coming up now. This was built in the 1650s and was located at the north shore of Cape Cod. It's the oldest windmill in the United States. And here comes the Daggett Hot House. That was built in 1754 in Coventry, Connecticut. And it's an example of rural living in Colorado, America. Well, there is a large open space to our left, and there's a horse paddock area. You probably don't see any horses out there right now. But that's where our horses are brought after a week of pulling wagons and carriages. They have a chance to rest over here for a week before they have to go back to work. Now, the locomotive that's pulling our train today is a 1942 General Electric diesel locomotive. It was originally used at the Naval Yard in Charleston, South Carolina, where it carried munitions to a loading point, where the munitions were then loaded onto naval ships in the harbor. And then the naval ships would go off to war during World War II. Horses over here on the left-hand side. See a couple of white Veterans. And a couple of doctor horses back there. That would be Morgan. All right, we are now passing on the right-hand side this elevated area, which is where the horse paddock area used to be located, and now it's a parking lot. And we use it when we have a need for extra parking when we run out of space by the main entry. People can park their vehicles back here and ride a shuttle bus up to the main gate. And now I'm going to remain silent for a few moments and let you enjoy a ride through the dark, foresty area of Greenfield Village. The largest of its kind here in southeastern Michigan, and the Henry Ford, along with state and local units of government, have been working here to restore the Rouge River to its natural condition. Now, if you can see the river through the trees on the right-hand side, you would notice that it does have natural riverbanks down there. And I only mention that because not too far from where we are right now, the Rouge River has a cement bottom and cement sides. That was done for flood control reasons. Now, we have planted hundreds of trees in this area, and we've noticed that we now have a small herd of deer, along with raccoons, possums, and other tree critters. And of course, we have turkeys in here as well. right now we're coming up to the Redmond Grove. This is our retro rec field that we use during the summer for such activities as historic baseball games. We do have two historic baseball teams, the Lottie-Dots and the Nationals, and they play games against each other and also against teams from the Midwest and from Michigan. And they play according to rules written back in the 1860s. And among those rules, they would say, no spitting, no cussing, and no gloves. Players did not wear baseball gloves back in those days. And today, it was also a site where we had some competitions going on between these old vehicles. And of course, people would have to navigate around. And right here in this building on the left is the Henry Ford Academy. This is a public charter school. It's open to students who live in Wayne County, Michigan. It serves grades 9 through 12. Ninth graders have their classes over at the Henry Ford Museum of American Innovation. 10th, 11th, and 12th graders have their classes up here. Now you're going to see a rather unique set of classrooms up here. These are Pullman cars and have been converted into classrooms, and they're used by our seniors. And as we move past the Pullman cars, you might be able to make out the Swan in the Lagoon on our left-hand side. The water overflow. One thing about this line of lagoon, it is a popular place for turtles, and during the daylight you can see them as they're resting on the logs and branches with the water. They like to bask in the sunshine. Now we do have one snapping turtle in here that's rather large. In fact, they say he's as large as a garbage can there. And we call him Godzilla. And as we pass the lagoon area, you'll see on the left the Martha Mary Chapel, which is a popular wedding venue here in Village. Now, Henry Ford named it after his mother-in-law, Martha Bryan, and his mother, Mary Ford. And right now we're passing the Taste of History. This is a cafeteria-style restaurant, and it will be closing in about 7 minutes. Great place to go for snacks and for cold drinks during the day. And there's a large white building on our left as well. Perhaps you can see on the left-hand side. That is the Eagle Tavern. That's also a restaurant that we have here. Now that features a menu that dates back to the 1850s. And the serving staff in there wears clothing that resembles what they would have worn in the 1850s. So it is a truly unique dining experience. All right, we're now coming into the Smith Creek Station. This is as far as we go. But please remain seated until you hear the train whistle. And it sounds like the fireworks are going on. Oh, yeah.
So it's half right off, get off on that side, and then we'll go on back to the fireworks.
All right, let's remain seated until you hear the train whistle.